But I think the thing that I want to start with, we've got a couple of updates in the last, actually in the last like couple of hours on Gordon Hayward and where he stands. Not encouraging updates would be my take.
Chris Mannix reported that he's not close to coming back, and that his ankle was purplish around the All-Star break, which I am definitely not a doctor, but that's not good, I don't think. You would prefer your ankle be not purple.
Correct.
Tom,
Plus his daughters are like coloring on it or something.
Yeah. Does this news surprise you at all? And does it change your outlook on what Gordon Hayward could provide this season, if you had one?
Right. No, my outlook on what Gordon Hayward could provide took a significant hit when I was in the building in Cleveland and I watched his ankle dangle off his leg at a weird angle. I've never thought that he was coming back this season. I always thought that was kind of a pipe dream. It just didn't make any sense. Like he is a future part of your franchise. You brought this guy in for 3 years, hoping to keep him around for a while. He's very young. He's very good. You want him to be a part of the core alongside Kyrie and then, whoever they might trade for, or maybe the young guys if they end up keeping them. You want this guy around for a long time. And it just doesn't make any sense to hurry him back. Obviously, the purplish ankle. The thing that a lot of people forget, because the All-Star break feels like the halfway point, but it's not. There's not that much season left. There's 20 games left for the Celtics. And if you think that a guy whose ankle broke that way is still purplish and still swollen, obviously he's still on a healing track, and that's good. I just don't think there's any way that a guy comes back in this small amount of time, especially given how you're going to have to work him back into the offensive system and the defensive system.
I think it's interesting how the narrative around different players can kind of take shape. And kind of the grandeurs of illusion for a fan base can kind of take hold too. I mean, the All-Star break was a great point. You look at what happened in San Antonio with Kawhi, and Pop basically publicly came out and was talking to Kawhi in a press conference and said, if you want to play this year, you better come back soon.
Right.
And Kawhi did not snap his ankle in half.
Right.
But with Gordon Hayward, it's some like, well, if we could just get to June, maybe he can come off the bench. So I don't know. I don't know how that timeline ever would have made sense. I wouldn't anticipate it.
Right.
Hopefully his ankle gets less purple soon, and he can just take care of that before he worries about basketball.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the pipe dream is fading, even for the biggest believers.
It does sound that way. I mean, Danny Ainge today also mentioned that he's not traveling with the team, or it doesn't sound like he's particularly close to traveling with the team. And I think that's, again, that's what was to be expected. And you said, if we get to June, then those kind of people. If we get to June, that means that you're in the championship without Gordon Hayward. Like that would be really impressive. But you might just have to play out the string at that point and be like, okay, we're bringing in an all-star next year. We were in the championship this year. Like, we're fine. So that's kind of where that stands. I think that it'd be very unlikely to see Hayward this season, and I think that that's probably for the best.